I
don't know what's in your body.
Okay. There's nothing. There's no.
Then take your hands out of your body. No, I don't know what's in the bottom of it. You can
Sir, you're being a tyrant.
Some cops desperately need a refresher on the law, and there's none better to do it than some smart citizens. Just like this auditor who gave several officials a much-needed reality check.
You can't record on DLC property, you have to step outside.
Excuse me, sir.
You cannot record on DLC property, you have to step outside.
Who are you, sir?
Officer Powell.
Officer Powell.
So I'm asking you to step outside.
And what law would that be?
DLC private property, you cannot record.
This is private property.
It's
Who owns
DLC
it?
property.
Who owns the property, sir?
Sir, you have to leave.
This isn't private property, sir.
Sir, you have to leave.
This is public property, sir.
Sir, you have to leave.
So this is public
You cannot
property.
record on state property, DLC property. That's
What
the
law
thing.
is that?
It's not a law, it's a policy. You cannot record.
It's a policy.
Yes, sir. You can step outside and record. You just cannot record inside the building.
Well, this is still a public building, public property. It's publicly
It's
accessible.
a correctional institution, which is a secure facility.
There's nothing secure about it. I just walked right in.
No.
There's secure areas in this building, of course, sure. And I don't plan on going into any of those secure areas,
You
sir.
cannot record in the building.
But that's not a law, sir. Respectfully, that's not a law. That's just a policy, sir. Oh, my name is Sean, sir.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Just Sean?
Just Sean.
Fair enough, Sean.
My name's Supervisor McCarron.
And my name is Sean, sir. And your name, sir?
I'm Supervisor Dowling.
Supervisor Dowling. Nice to meet you guys.
And what's your business here today?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story on the Department of Corrections here.
Gotcha. Do you have any kind of paperwork saying you can be on the property for doing that?
Do I have any paperwork?
Yep.
Other than the United States Constitution.
That doesn't apply here for this. We have our policy here. So I would like you to...
The United States Constitution doesn't apply here?
No. What you're trying to do does not apply to this. You cannot record here. We have a policy that says you can't record in our building.
And that policy trumps the United States Constitution of freedom of press?
Anything. Our policy for this building, you're not allowed to be here in this building recording. They say you can't. So I'm going to ask you to remove yourself from the building, please.
Sir, I'm engaged in a constitutional protected activity. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not, you're talking about your policy. I'm not breaking any laws. If you'd like, you can call law enforcement.
It's our policy.
If you'd like, you can call law enforcement so they can explain to you the laws.
You can remove yourself.
But that's not against the law, sir.
You have to call
You're the
law
same guy
enforcement.
that was at the Salem nursing home.
Where?
The women's prison?
Oh, no, I never went there before. No, never. This is the first time I've been to a Delaware correctional facility here. Yeah, no, I wasn't there.
According to this officer, the Constitution does not apply to this correctional facility. So citizens can fund this place but have no access or rights to record and see it. But this officer was about to get in Sean's face.
You have no other business other than being in the building. So I decide to remove you from the building. Then what?
Well, if you physically put your hands on me and remove me from the building, that would be a crime.
Okay,
And,
fine. Show me what crime, please.
well, you cannot put your hands on people that
Show me
aren't.
what crime, please.
Yeah, that would be the crime of assault.
Assault?
And that would be
If we
assault.
remove you from the building?
That would be
Escorting
assault.
out from the building, we have a right to say you can leave our building.
No,
correct?
you cannot assault people that haven't
Do
broken
we
the
have a
law.
right to say you can move our building? Do we have a right to say you can leave our building?
No, because this is a public building. Is it closed to the public right
It's
now?
a state. I'm sorry. I like you. If you're taking...
Yeah, I'll take whatever. Sure. What do you got up there that says what? The Bridge Clinic?
Where's that? Sorry.
It's supposed to be inside the lobby.
Oh, you can go
Inside the lobby where I'm not?
No, it said no loitering.
Yeah, I'm not loitering. I have a loitering is when you don't have a purpose. Right, loitering is when you don't have a purpose. You're just standing around not doing anything. No. I'm told you I'm engaging in a constitutional protected activity of freedom of press. I'm a journalist working on a story.
Credentials for the journalists.
Oh, I'm sure I could produce some
I'm
credentials
asking
for you.
credentials right now, sir.
Yeah, no, I don't have to give them to you
So-
though.
No, you do.
I don't.
You asked me for credentials.
Can you just take a step
Well,
back, please?
no, I'm in my building. I'm asking you.
Well, you're
for
in
your
our building.
credentials. I'm asking you for your credentials.
I know. I'm
asking
gonna
for
take a step
credentials.
back. I'm gonna
Okay, you can
de-escalate.
take a step back. I'm asking for your credentials.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Where's your credentials, sir?
Sir, can I see your credentials? Your credentials is what?
As an officer, this is my credentials.
Okay.
Okay, so
You're
where's
an
your
officer with the Department of
Where's
Corrections.
your credentials,
Sir, I don't show credentials unless I'm forced
You said you were a
to.
publicist. You
I
said
am.
you were
No, I'm a
so-
journalist,
Well,
right.
journalist, because of your credentials as a journalist, please.
No, you can't.
I can't?
No, sir, you cannot.
Okay.
You cannot see you cannot see my credentials. You cannot see. I don't need credentials, and you can't see my license. I'm not going to give you my ID. I haven't broken any laws.
It's okay. You wanted
I don't need to. I follow the law, sir.
And what is the law?
That is not the law.
That is our building that we're responsible for our building.
No, that's not the law, sir.
But it's our building.
You can make a sign that says no
But it's our
black people allowed in the building, no white
So you're
people
being
allowed.
racist now, is that what you're saying?
No, I said you
said
could.
that. You said about being black people. You're being racist. That's
I'm
what
saying
you're
I said black and white
No,
people.
you didn't say white. You
I said black.
people.
If you let me
You're being
finish.
racist. You're being
If you let me.
racist. Sir, at
No,
this
I'm
point,
not.
You're being racist.
I am
So
not.
I would like you to leave the building.
I'm not being racist at all,
Yeah.
sir. I'm giving you an example that if you had a sign that
was a very
said,
poor example.
why? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Once again, you're applying things that you want to apply, but you don't know how
If you
to
had a
do it.
sign that said no yellow people, no white people, no black people, no whatever kind of people here.
You're now cleaning up your act.
No, I'm not.
I really do appreciate that.
No, I'm
Wait,
not.
Words. You're really a good wordsmith. But see, I see how you're
If
doing
you
it.
interrupted me before
No,
I could
I interrupted
finish,
sir.
you said you're being racist.
No, because you were. But
You're playing a race card. I don't know why.
Sir, but you are. So I have rights too. What you did
Of
was
course.
defended my rights. You stepped
I-
over my rights.
no,
You
I
did.
didn't.
Yes, you did, sir.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Not at all.
Yes, you
You're
did.
being very disingenuous.
Sir, you are. Because we're trying to tell you to remove.
I'm trying to give you an example of why
That was
policies.
a very poor example.
No, it's not. It's a perfectly aligned example.
So what I would like you to do at this point, we're going back to the words, and we do not feel comfortable with you in our building. We're asking you to leave the building.
Right, and I have business to conduct here. I told you
What
that.
business do you have to conduct?
An open records request for the Department of Corrections is part of my story.
Yes, sir.
This officer tried to play the race card on Sean when he was just giving an example. He didn't have any excuse to kick him out. Now he was creating drama to make a reason. Wait till you see what this other cop accuses him of.
Excuse me? Sir, there's nothing in my pocket. Okay, there's nothing, there's no weapons in my pocket. You just saw. I just showed you.
I don't know what's in the bottom of it. You could be like,
Sir, you're being a tyrant.
no, I am not being tyrant.
You are being a tyrant. You have no right to. You have no.
This is subject to
So
search.
that's why he can't do his narrative.
It's subject to search over there. We're subject to search.
Well, in this building, you are in this building, you're subject to search.
Where does it say that?
Finally asking you to take your hand out of your pocket.
Sir, I just showed you. There's nothing in my pocket other than a cell phone.
Says that for anybody
It's a cell phone. You're not. You shouldn't be scared. You both. You guys are armed. Why are you scared for it? You are scared. You tell. I can't put my hand in my pocket because you're scared.
I'm showing you what the sign says.
Right.
You asked that.
Okay.
So we showed you what the sign says.
Right. I'm not in a restricted area. This is a publicly accessible area.
It says restricted.
I know that.
It says any person or vehicle in the property subject to search.
This. Okay. So violate my rights and search me then. If you think that sign makes you have the authority to violate my rights, my Fourth Amendment right of unreasonable searches and seizures, search me. It is unreasonable because there's nothing you can see. There's nothing on me.
Provide any ID.
I don't. What about my ID would make you feel safe? You're scared, obviously. So what about my ID or credentials would make you feel safe? I mean, you're acting scared by saying get your hands out of your pocket. That's acting scared,
That's
sir.
actually being.
I'm not scared. You guys have weapons. I'm not scared. What would I be scared for? You guys have weapons. I don't. All I have is a camera. That's all I
The
have.
great thing about this whole thing is you create a narrative, which I like. You're creating a narrative to fit your. We can step away from their window because that's something totally different. So we step away from their conducting business in their window.
I mean, if somebody comes up, I'll move out of the
Once
way.
again, I asked you something polite. You're
And did I not just move out of the way?
What you're telling me what you're going to do. If somebody comes up
Because
to you, what?
I will move out of their way.
But I'm asking you now out of their way.
No, but they're not in the. I'm not in anybody's way. Again, you're just trying to feed me directives because that's what you're used to doing. You're used to people following your directives without question. Why do law enforcement officers get so scared when people have their hands in their pockets? Like, do you think everybody's out to hurt you? Is that what it is? Because you're the one that. Do you think everybody's trying to hurt you, officer?
So, you know, the comment that you left the conversation.
I mean, he said, take your hands out of your pockets. Why? A lot of officers I see say that. Why? Why can't a free man or woman have their hands in their pockets?
So keep speaking, please.
I mean, you've been talking more than me.
He just accused him of having a knife in his pocket. Meanwhile, he himself has a gun on him. If police officers are so scared of a man with hands in his pockets, they should not be police officers. The officer then continues to be as petty as possible.
Excuse me, sir.
I know. I'm okay. You're okay.
I know. You're just
asking.
you're just walking in
I know,
front of me.
but you're not going to go any further than my officer. So I'm making sure you stay pretty far away from my officer.
I know. Just it could be considered a
It could be. I'm asking you to stay close.
Disorderly conduct
You don't
by
need to
walking
be in this
in front of
conversation,
people.
sir. It's okay.
little close.
I understand, sir. It's okay.
I'm gonna try walking away from you.
I understand, but you're not able to go into the lobby, but it's okay.
It's a secure lobby. Why would I go in?
No, doesn't matter, sir. Just make sure everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
I understand, but you're not going to be in this conversation. There's no need for you to be there. There's something that has nothing to do with you.
I think he's getting educated. I
No,
think that's
maybe he
what's
is.
going on.
But right now, you don't need to be close to him. That's all.
But you could be close to me.
Because you're getting close to my officer, you made a move to my officer.
This is public area. Being a correctional facility
it's
doesn't.
a common area. It's not
Right.
a public area. Up front, this is state property. So unless you have official
Well, state
business
property,
here-
public property, it's the same thing.
Unless you have official business here, you do what you like here. You can submit whatever paperwork you like for your investigative, journalism. Cool, great. But speaking to the two gentlemen here, you haven't provided any sort of credentials or paperwork for you to obtain that information.
Right. I don't need to provide credentials to anybody. I don't need to provide my ID. This is the United States of America.
Right.
We are free to enter into publicly accessible areas
But again,
and record law enforcement.
right now-
It's a First Amendment protected activity, sir.
So right now you're trespassing onto state government property.
I'm not.
They are here with us. And they're currently
Right.
closed. So
So-
therefore, we control the building.
Yeah, right.
So what you're
Well,
doing
you don't. You don't. But at the end of the day, and you'll see the federal laws. Okay, that's fine.
Until you show
I'll
me,
wait.
We're going back and forth.
All right, great.
There's people
All right,
here
thank you,
that
sir.
are
Thank you. I
victims.
appreciate that.
There
They're
are people-
victims? Okay.
yeah, there are
Like
people
you,
here
right?
victims.
Like you.
There are people here who are victims. People here who are
Like you, right?
In the end, the police officers let Sean be, even though the officers from the probation center were salty that he was allowed there. It takes a lot of guts to stand up when you're outnumbered. And this next auditor wasn't playing around, as he took on multiple officers by himself and didn't back down for a second.
Appreciate that. Like not start a conversation and then come here and start filming and
Well, I'll
stuff. And
tell
I
you
don't want to
what.
be the jerk who's like, yo, security, are these guys allowed to be
No,
here?
and I'll tell you what.
But
I'll tell you
it's just the approach that, as of now, I don't appreciate.
Okay.
So, you know, like I said, you can still continue to film this and take this and put it on whatever platform you want to put it on, but I'm just letting you know that I don't appreciate it.
Well, I wish I could walk away and leave you with a smile on your face and not being upset about it.
It's okay. I'm
That's
not
all.
upset.
We're
Like
not
I said, I
trying.
just
We're
didn't-
not up to no good, man. We're just out enjoying the day.
Keep
Well-
enjoying, brothers.
All right. I hope you expand your mind, man.
Yo, it's pretty expensive, so
I'll
now security is going to be talking because you're a fucking piece of shit.
What do you say? Now security's getting called? Wow, you must be an angry dude, man.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm trying to be civil with
Instead of you over
and you just
talking
keep
me,
talking and you don't.
Well, yeah,
listen.
you keep running your
No,
damn mouth because
that's
you're
not-
rude and you think that you can just come and film and,
I don't
and,
think
and
I
any
can. I
place
know
that
I
you
can.
want.
I'll do
Okay,
it.
gotcha. You're right.
All right, go get security and you'll learn a lesson today. It's a good day for an education, folks. Have a good day.
The guy didn't even step into his shop, and he was getting his panties in a bunch for no reason. He then complains to a reserve cop who was stationed nearby. Safe to say, he wasn't a fan either.
Well, permission to go into the stores. The stores are private property.
No, they have to get permission when you have a setup like this.
On the sidewalk,
Yeah.
I would have to respectfully disagree with you. It's a public sidewalk.
Okay, I can send you to the office.
Well, I'm not interested in going to the office. But like I said, you agree with me? This is a public sidewalk. And you know the rules on public sidewalk. Let me just save you a lot of trouble. I'm not the guy you're going to bluff, so you got to come at me with the reality.
No, I'm not trying to do all of that.
And let me just ask you a quick one. Are you on duty or you off duty?
I'm
Is this-
on duty.
Is this a side gig for you? You're actually working for the
Can
department?
you stop filming me?
No. I want to know what's your name and badge number. I want to know who I'm speaking with, please.
Oh, it's one of those situations.
Well, you're.
I mean, you said we were gonna be, so it's one of those
My name.
situations.
All right, my name is Jason. I'll introduce myself first.
I'm Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Yes.
And you're working right now for the police department, correct? So I just asked for your name and badge number.
Yeah, I'm working.
I just want you to identify yourself, who you are. I'm speaking to you. You're acting in your official capacity, right?
So
Giving
it's-
out orders.
So what actually happened with the guy?
I have no
'Cause
idea.
He
That's
said
the-
it was about to get physical, or he was afraid that.
That's why I came down here to make sure he wasn't exaggerating things to you. You know how when people call 911, they always tell a big dramatic story to get you there?
So he said that. What happened?
I'm out taking pictures, walking around taking
So
pictures.
it wasn't
And
physical. What did he say to you?
No, he said he was under the impression that I needed his permission to take his picture. And I didn't take his picture until he came out. I was taking a picture of the front of his business.
Okay.
Kelvin was just pretending to be from the Atlanta PD. That's why he got emotional when asked for his badge number. Jason and his friend walked away from the phony cop and were met by street security.
Okay, let me tell you how you can be on the premises. If you go see the leasing office and get a pass, then you're all good to film here.
That's if I want to go onto the private property.
It's not private. The whole thing is private property. That's why we got
Even
a property.
the sidewalk?
Yeah, that's why we got property manager. This whole property is, you can't even smoke here.
On the sidewalk?
Yeah.
This is a public sidewalk.
Well, I know our rights, but I'm not sure, and I don't have the clause.
Well, I'll give you a chance. I'm not going to run away anywhere, so I'll give you a chance to figure it out.
They want you to move along.
No, I'm just sticking to the public sidewalks, man. That's all I'm doing. Take your stick.
Yeah, you can't without a pass. That's what they want. They require you to
On a
have
public
pass.
sidewalk, I don't need a pass.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I hear you.
I'm not even in the tax bracket. You know.
Neither am I, man.
Yeah, I'm very humble. I wouldn't mind if you don't take pictures, but they don't allow people with improvised. Yes, sir. I'm sitting here with them on Bolden Way and Buckhead Avenue. They say they have a right to be out here. I guess APD got to come, or I'm not sure, but I'm right here with them.
Isn't this gentleman APD right here?
Yeah, this is APD.
Yeah, they're gonna have somebody to come up here and speak with you guys
No
about
problem at all,
this.
man. No problem at all.
So I'll just wait.
You still don't want to identify? Do you agree with me this is a public sidewalk?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So on a public sidewalk, as long as I'm not breaking the law.
This is more than a public sidewalk. This is a campus. This like
No,
Georgia State.
You can't be half pregnant. It's either public or private. So is it private?
You can ask Spanx.
I did my research, man. I know I don't violate the law.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave you be. Cause
Right on. I
think
appreciate
you're
you, brother.
an American citizen.
And my
you
name's
pay
Jason,
attention.
by the way. What's your name?
I'm Corey Williams.
Corey Williams. I
Yep.
appreciate you, brother.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
And you still don't want to identify, man? I'll put out an olive branch for you. My name's Jason.
I appreciate it, man.
At least Reeves was sensible enough not to bother the two. Moments later, an unidentified supervisor arrived on the scene.
You told me this was public.
And I told you you cannot shoot the videos of the storefronts. Okay? If you would like to, you have to get permission from the property.
Let's
I
have
believe
a
I
civil
told you that.
conversation here. If this is public property, which it is, right? I don't need permission from anybody.
You do to shoot the storefronts.
No, I don't.
This is all private property. That belongs to someone.
No.
That's like me walking
That's
into your
not the way
house
to
and
walk.
just taking pictures of your house.
Me being on a public sidewalk is not like you walking into my
Sir,
house. Nothing like
I need you to just get permission from the property. You can do whatever you want as long
No,
as
I
they
don't need
approve
permission
it.
on a public sidewalk, sir. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but that's why I'm sticking to where I have a right
I
to
understand, sir, but you cannot just take pictures. When they call us
I
and
can.
tell me that they're getting complaints for you, they don't want you taking
be.
pictures
Well, because you
of
need to
their
educate those folks on
storefronts.
what the deal is. Not tell me something that's not true.
Sir, can you do me a favor, please? Get permission from the property if
I'm
you
not
want to
interested
shoot.
in getting permission on
okay?
a public sidewalk to take pictures.
You can take pictures of each other, but you cannot take pictures of the storefronts.
That's not accurate.
Sir, would you like to go downstairs and talk to management?
No, not at all. Not interested.
Give me a minute, Mr. Gilly.
If you could show me this is private property, I'll walk right out of here.
I'll do one. We're getting a lot of complaints and calls from the stores. We're asking you to cease and stop what you're doing and get permission.
All right, but what I'm telling, and I want to have a civil, let's start all over. Let's de-escalate, be nice and calm, and start all over, okay? All I'm telling you is that this is a public sidewalk, okay? And on a public sidewalk, I have every right to take pictures, right?
Sir, property management is asking you to stop taking
All right, but sir,
photos
this is a
of the
public
storefronts.
sidewalk. That's all. When is
Public-
PD getting here?
This is Peter. You're looking at him right now.
You're
Now,
Atlanta PD?
I would like for you, and the property management would like for you, and the tenants would like for you to stop taking photos of their storefronts.
All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk down the street off of your property, and I'm gonna call your police department. I'm gonna speak to your chief. Okay?
Have fun, sir. But I
And
ask
that-
you now, please. Yeah, ask
And the
you.
only reason I'm doing that is because this guy's got his handcuffs out in his hand. So what is that? Some veiled threat of arrest?
No, sir.
You're gonna threaten to arrest me for being on a sidewalk taking pictures?
Except expose your son to this type of attitude.
These guys were persistent. Kelvin here tried to threaten them with arrest by bringing extra handcuffs.
Watch what happens next. Watch. Watch. Watch and learn, tough guy with your handcuffs. Watch. I'm leaving. And you're gonna learn the rules. You're gonna learn to live in a free country, my man. All right, guys, so I'm dialing 911 right now. We're gonna get on the phone and we're gonna straighten this out with the cops. Your city maintains these sidewalks, they don't.
Okay.
This is a public sidewalk. There's public utilities on that street. It's a public sidewalk. And I don't want to wind up filing a lawsuit against these people for nonsense. I just want to go back there, take my pictures, get my lunch, get my wallet taken care of, and hit the road, man.
Right. All right, just give me a second.
I don't want, my problem is I don't want to be unlawfully
Right, no, I
told
understand.
to leave public property.
And I don't want to tell you to leave.
Right.
I don't want to tell you to leave public property.
But you can't just take their word for it because they're going to tell you what they want to tell you.
That's why I said I'm going to make a phone call.
Okay, no, but I appreciate that because that's like you taking my word. I wouldn't want you to just
Right.
take my word either.
Right. I understand. Just give me a second, okay?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
This officer was showing promise. He made some phone calls and got back with the two. The situation was about to get tense.
I don't know. I mean, we were just going to walk around a little bit and check things out. I could just tell you seem like a very respectful dude, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, you guys should be fine.
We're allowed on that property, correct? Are you going to let them know so he doesn't put me in handcuffs? I don't trust that guy.
I'm going to go over there and talk to him.
All right, and you know what? I want to thank you. I was just going to point out to you also, the public libraries on that street,
Yeah.
they don't own that street, and I appreciate you doing the homework, taking the extra steps, and you should be commended. We thank you for that.
problem.
I appreciate it. So I'm going to walk back up there. On the word of
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw. Thank you, Officer Bradshaw. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back in.
Oh, there you go.
Let's get the light. And I need this gentleman's name. I need your name for the complaint.
Okay, I'll talk to you.
I need your name for the complaint. You gotta identify yourself. Be a big man, admit you were wrong.
Says who?
We could shake hands and be friends. I'm giving you a last chance. You made a mistake, bro. It's not a big deal. Why don't you just man up, shake my hand?
You mean the guy who was representing the property owners?
You pulled out your handcuffs to intimidate.
That's who you talking about?
No,
The
I'm
guy
talking about you.
who
Stop
was-
walking around me.
Why?
Don't walk into me.
Why?
Yo, don't walk into me.
I'm just
Do not
walking
walk
in.
into me,
I
man.
can't walk this way?
You don't learn, huh?
I can't walk this way?
You don't learn. I need to know who you are. What's your name?
I can't walk this way?
What's your name?
I'm just trying to walk.
What, you think I'm intimidated by you? I'm not now. I'm not now.
You not now?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. Not at all.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
You're
You
part
don't
of the
have to
problem
be.
with this society. Why don't you identify? I need your name for the complaint. And I'm going to find it out either way.
I know you are.
Yo, you know I am. So I'm going to put my hand out one more time. You want to be friends and end this nice? My name is Jason
right.
Gutterman, sir. Can I please
Who's
have your,
Goggins?
Can I please have your name?
Who's Goggins?
May I please have your name, and I'll have all the conversation with you want.
I tried to talk to
I'll
you
tell you
over
my
there.
yeah, but you had handcuffs in your hand.
No, before that.
You just scared the shit out of me like you were gonna
No,
arrest
no.
me.
When I got out my car, remember? I tried to talk.
Can you please give me your name? I'm gonna find it out anyway.
I know. I told you.
You're gonna lose your job. If you don't give me your name, you're gonna lose your job.
Why?
I'm telling you right now.
Why?
You wouldn't be the first guy to lose their job.
Why?
You took your
I'm asking
handcuffs
why.
out and intimidated and threatened me on a public sidewalk.
How did I threaten you?
With arrest.
How did I threaten you with arrest?
Come on, don't play stupid with me.
How did I threaten you
Listen to
with
me.
arrest?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you one last time, then I'm gonna go fill out every business in this place. What is your name?
How did I threaten you
What
with arrest?
is your name?
How did I threaten
Don't
you with
touch my
arrest?
camera with
I'm
that
not touching
shit.
your
Get your-
camera.
You know, you don't learn, huh? You're gonna learn a valuable lesson from me, my friend. Time to go to school. Time to go to school. You spent all those years doing what you did. How many people did you violate? How many people? What kind of nightmares do you have at night, man? Seriously.
I asked you
You want
not
somebody to treat
to
your
not
children
film
the
me.
way you treat me? You want somebody to treat your children the way you treat me? This is my child, man. This is
You
my
mean-
child, and you're a disrespectful.
You mean my black
abusive
son in America?
I don't care what color he is. I got all kinds of friends, man. You
You the
don't know
only
who you're
one.
talking
You
to.
the only one that
You don't
don't
know who
care.
you're talking to, and now you're gonna learn.
Okay.
You're gonna learn a big lesson. Don't push me off the
I'm
curb,
not-
bro.
I'm not gonna
I ain't
push you.
afraid of you, man.
I ain't gonna push
I ain't
you.
afraid. Don't push me off the curb.
I promise
No,
I
I'm telling
won't
you,
push
this
you
is
off
your
the
shit,
curb.
too.
Please,
No.
sir.
You want to identify
you are
yourself?
causing a disturbance.
You caused
now.
the disturbance by
And you
threatening me with arrest on a public sidewalk. So go away. I don't know what it's arrested. Well, I'm not going to stop. Now I'm going to go photograph every single business and every person on the street. And you're going to lose your
They're gonna
job, and
sue
I'm going to
you.
make damn sure of it. They're going to sue me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sue the living pants off of you people. You just wrecked yourself, and I gave him a chance to fix it. So they can all blame this man right here who keeps wanting to walk into my camera. Loser. Absolute loser. Get out of my way. You're a piece of shit, bro. You're an absolute piece of shit, and I'm going to make sure you get flushed down the fucking toilet.
Please don't
You're
threaten
gone,
me.
bro. You're gone.
This reserve cop got owned and humiliated. Guess his authority didn't trump that of the real Atlanta PD officer. Jason continued filming for a while and left the scene. He plans to file a civil lawsuit against Officer Kelvin. Next up, we're back with Sean, who's about to deliver a powerful lesson to a group of incompetent government officials, so rattled they end up calling the cops.
I talked to those are Virginia Employment Commission employees, and also did you go downstairs?
Yeah, no, I came upstairs first, but I will talk to them. Okay. All right, thanks, Mike.
If you have any questions, let me know.
All right, thanks, Mike. Sorry?
If you film anybody, you have to get permission from that individual.
Oh, that's not the case because it's public. This is a public building, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
but these individuals, they are private. It's like you go to the hospital, you don't take pictures of people in the hospital because that's their privacy.
Well, if you're in public, there's no expectation of privacy. That's why, when you go out, there's cameras everywhere above your heads. You know what I mean?
Let me check what I was.
Yeah, sure, no problem. What'd you say?
I said you gotta go.
Who are you?
You gotta go. The boss said you have to go. Come on.
Who are you? Allied Universal?
Yes.
And your name?
Come on.
Come on, what?
So you one of them?
Why are you saying I'm one of them?
I'm one of them. I wanted to be like recording it. I be watching a lot of videos. I see this, but you making people feel real uncomfortable.
I'm gonna give you all contact information.
Okay.
Yeah, so who's the boss that says I have to go?
The Virginia Employment Commission Norfolk provides various employment services, including job placement, training programs, and unemployment insurance assistance. As a government agency, it is perfectly legal to make videos there.
Why is that?
What you mean why is that? It's people privacy.
Oh no, why is there a camera? There's a camera over there in the corner of the office.
That's for security. Are you security?
Oh, so it's for security. So if it's for security, it's okay.
Are you security?
Why would
Are you security?
No, I'm not
So are
secure.
you recording people?
So you can only record people if you're security? So you can only record people if you're security?
Bro, you're not about to get no clout for this, man.
Some clout? What does that mean?
Clout for this. I know people
What does clout mean?
Like, the public interest, like you be recording like police stations. You probably be at police stations and everything, don't you? Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
trying
I be
to-
seeing people like you all the time on videos.
And they're trying to get clout.
Like-
Can you explain what clout is to me?
Coming in like
I'm trying to figure it out.
coming in like government buildings. Is this how you get paid? That's how you get paid?
Is that what clout means? Money?
Is that how you get paid?
Is that how
People
I
don't
get
like
paid?
being recorded,
Do you,
man.
how do you get paid? Every 2 weeks? Weekly?
Every week.
Every week. Cool, man.
You call him and he'll give you permission to come in and do what you need to do.
I don't need. Who is this? Bill?
That's our operation manager.
Operation manager? I don't need anyone's permission to do what I'm doing.
See, I don't know what you're doing. We have like people here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to feel uncomfortable because we have to take. They have time to release the information, these videotapes, or taking pictures of.
That's not true.
Well, you make them feel very uncomfortable.
Why would that be? I've answered all your questions. Why would you feel uncomfortable?
Security. Can't do this today.
Can't do
You gotta
that.
go, bro.
Yeah, no, I would just calm down if I were you, just a little bit.
You got to go, bro, for real.
Yeah,
You
no.
got to go. You want me to go on?
Call 911. We'll be out to call.
Allied Universal provides training for its security personnel, which includes a focus on legal and ethical standards relevant to their roles. However, it seemed like this guard was not paying attention during the training.
So security, you're supposed to observe and report, right? That's what they teach you guys? I'm very familiar with Allied Universal, unfortunately. 911 has you on hold? That's funny. That is crazy. It's luckily it's only a guy with a camera and not some real threat. Hey, did your supervisor educate you?
Oh no, not educated.
They didn't educate you yet? Let's check out the rest of the building. There you go, excuse me. Let's check out the rest of the building over here.
And just as you would expect, these facts make these tyrants go into denial almost immediately. But wait till you see what the cops did once they arrived.
Ma'am, you can cover your face, but I just want to say really quick, ma'am. I just want to say that I did tell people my name is Sean. Hi, nice to meet you, ma'am. My name is Sean, and I'm an independent journalist. I told the coordinator upstairs that, and I told Trey, the security guard, that. See, you don't want to listen. You just want to. Yeah, because you want to paint the narrative you want to paint.
Don't lock the door.
Excuse me.
Our office is closed at the present
They're
time.
not closed. You have members of the public in there. Don't do this. Don't do this.
The office is closed.
It's
at the
not
present
closed. It's not closed. It's not closed. We need to hold you accountable.
time. I want the door shut.
You want the door shut?
I want it shut. And I want it.
You're not gonna touch me. You're not gonna touch me. You're not gonna touch me. Stop. Get off of me, man.
Don't resist the
Hey, get off of me.
because you gotta don't put yourself in a situation where you're
Well, you saw him, right? Now I'm gonna hold him accountable when the officers get here. Now I'm gonna hold him accountable. You're gonna get an education here today. I'm telling you that. You're gonna get an education here today. You're gonna get an education. You're going to. And you're gonna be held accountable one way or another.
Oh my God, man, be quiet. I don't care what you're talking about. I really don't.
So you're gonna either lose your job, that's for sure. I'll be back here. I'm from far away from here, but I'll be back to see if you're still working here. I promise you
I
that.
promise you, yeah, that's why I like that. And I'll be right here like this. Like this, because I'm still working here. What is you talking about?
You won't
Go ahead.
be. You won't be.
The security guard says he watches a lot of these videos, but apparently hasn't learned anything from them. It's a little ironic that the Employment Commission would hire someone so ignorant as that guard.
Can you tell me what he did?
He assaulted me, pushed me.
I understand, but he pushed you.
He pushed me. That's correct.
All right. Let's,
He had pushed me. I want some accountability. They are selectively closing the Employment Commission just for me, which is discrimination against myself in particular and my rights. They letting everyone else into the Employment Commission here. They're not allowing, that's a security guard over there, but they're not allowing me in only because I have a camera. And as you know, it's protected activity. I'm not causing any disturbances or anything. I've tried to de-escalate best I can. I told them my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just stress testing the government and to see and exercising my rights, to see how the government reacts to me exercising my rights. And I'm working on a story to distribute that to the public.
Because again, if he's got a constitutionally protected right, and I mean, God is witness, I don't personally know him. I just know this is good. This is what you are bound to protect and uphold. And if they who are employees and federal money is going to them to establish all of this, I was trying to keep the peace and help them understand that what they're doing is unlawful. Because if they're discriminating against him just for this fact that he's in a public area, as far as I can tell, he was not violent. He's not using profanity. He's been incredibly polite.
This was exactly what he was doing. He was upstairs, knowing it's like it's small upstairs. So everybody's walking, and he's just like this. Everybody's walking.
Is that unlawful?
Terrible man I am, right?
I'm coming in, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, so that's why they told me to call the police. Then they told me to lock the doors, which that happens.
But I encourage him to look at what the Constitution is. And
The bearded guy was an employee of the Employment Commission, and he was the kind of individual that we should have more of in the government. But despite his explanation, the cops were in no mood to help Sean.
So by actually hitting me and putting me in fear and of my life and bodily injury, that is 100% assault. And as a security officer, not even you as a law enforcement officer, no one has the right to do that to anyone, and I want him held accountable.
Okay, so what would you like from us at this point?
I would like you to charge him with assault and battery.
So I can't charge him right now, okay? Because what?
Of course you can. But if I did it, you would charge me 100%.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay, go ahead.
I would, if the roles were reversed, I would give the exact same explanation that I'm about to. Okay.
Sure, I'm listening.
At the end of the day, I have one party who says that he was assaulted. Can you present me with any physical evidence of an assault?
I have it on camera.
Okay, but as far as on your person right now.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
What's going on?
Can I just get your name?
Yeah, Sergeant Greason.
Sergeant Greason.
Yeah, is this the other person with you? Is this person with you?
No, he was here when I got here. He's just a witness, I guess.
Okay.
He's not with me at all. But yeah, I was just here, exercising my rights. I'm sure you know that, constitutionally protected activity. I won't go too much into that, but I was trying to be cordial with everyone, and they didn't seem to like it, which sometimes that does happen. Some people don't like it. I'm demanding that he be arrested for that and charged for that. But apparently, your officers are saying that I have to just go to court myself as a victim, and I feel like that's really backwards, because if you have video evidence, you have eyewitness evidence, and you have my statement that I'm going to write, what makes that security guard? If I put my hands on somebody, I'm going to jail. I know that. I'm a very peaceful man, and I've gone to jail for less. So, but if I put my hands on people, I'm definitely going to go to jail. And the security guard put his hands on me on camera in front of a witness, and there's no accountability here. He's not detained. He's not anything. You have reasonable suspicion to at least detain him, get his information. He gave me his name and date of birth, but again, I shouldn't have to go to court, go swear under oath.
The Norfolk Police Department is notorious for cases of corruption and tyranny. For instance, in 2016, a drunk driver who a police officer shot received a $1.5 million settlement from the city. So what you are seeing here is just the norm in Norfolk.
So that's what I'm asking for.
I'm going to go talk to the security guard.
Sure.
I'm going to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to circle back with you.
No problem. Go ahead, Sergeant.
Let me gather all the facts.
Yep. Conducting your investigation. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So stand by.
Yep. So that's what I'm asking for.
I'm going to go talk to the security guard.
Sure.
I'm going to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to circle back with you.
No problem. Go ahead, Sergeant.
Let me gather all the facts.
Yep. Conducting your investigation. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So stand by.
Yep. No problem, Sergeant.
Hello.
How you doing, Sarge?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Can I talk to you privately?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Jen.
This thing won't stop. Hang on one second.
Yep. No problem.
Hello? Hey.
Take care, guys. You stay safe out there, all right?
I'm sitting here talking to the citizen now. Can I give you a call back or? Hang on, excuse me one second.
Sure, no problem. No problem. It's okay, Sergeant.
I am responsible for a lot of different individuals, so my phone constantly goes off during the day.
That would be enough for a conviction. How do I know? Is because in Virginia, someone has put me in fear of bodily injury, and they were just convicted a couple days ago in a trial.
Yeah.
Because they didn't even put their hands on me like he did.
Yeah.
And they were just a regular citizen. They were arrested. And this is my problem, is that I feel as though because he's security, right, I feel as though he's being held to a different standard. But I believe in holding everybody accountable, because if I take it into my own hands, then you wouldn't want that, right? You wouldn't want me causing a scene and fighting with this man. He has a gun. Someone could have, that's a danger. He's putting his hands on people. You know, as a sergeant, a security officer, their job is to observe and report. They're not supposed to put hands on anybody. I'm familiar with Allied Universal, security company he works for. They have a zero hands-on policy. For that reason, is because you cannot just put your hands on people. And like I said, someone put me in reasonable fear of bodily injury in Fredericksburg, and they were convicted in a trial without even touching me. So obviously he touched me, so he put me, that's an assault and battery. This fits the statute.
So that aside, what happened in, you said Richmond?
Yeah, no,
That aside, what
yeah.
happened in Richmond?
Yeah, I was just giving as an example.
What happened in this particular case? So I did a thorough investigation. I talked to your witness. I talked to the people inside. I tried to review body camera inside. There was nothing evident that stuck out where I could actually see that an assault occurred. So with that being said, the officers are not wrong in what they told you. So they do not have to make an arrest. So you can go down to the magistrate and secure warrants and take out warrants if you believe you were assaulted, show them the video, and that'll come into play when you go to court.
Trial, correct, yeah.
Trial, yeah. So we're going to give you a report number. We're going to take a report. We have all his information, all the security guards' information, all your information. So we took the report for the assault, and you can go down to the magistrate and take out the warrants.
Ideally, the guard should have been fired for the way he acted, but instead, he got away with it. But thanks to Sean, he and the officers were exposed for their tyranny. Moving on, here's another sharp citizen who knows exactly how to stand up for his rights when faced with corrupt cops.
I'm sorry, unfortunately.
Well, we will see you at court.
No, you won't. Who will you see in court? Who am I? You've got no law. You've just not described the law to me.
This individual named Sean opened his door and was welcomed by a couple of police officers who wanted to interrogate him as part of their investigations into a crime. However, he refused to cooperate without a valid reason.
No, what's going on properly? What's your number there, sorry?
2954.
295950. And what's your name?
Seymour.
Seymour. What's your name again?
3094 user.
What's your name? So what's the law now? What law have I broken? Just what law?
I'm trying to explain to you in relation to an incident that happened on the 24th.
Yeah.
Okay? I'll explain that to you.
And you just asked me to come to court.
No, I've asked you.
So you've asked me to come to the police station.
I've asked you if you would come to the police station for a voluntary interview. Okay.
And what
in
law?
relation to that.
And if I say no, then what law have I broken? What law? State the law to me.
Well, I'm saying to you that we want to investigate you for obstructing.
And you just read me my rights, is that correct?
I did. Well, are you going to let me explain, or are you just going to keep asking questions?
No, I'm allowed to ask as many questions as I want, sorry.
Let me explain,
unfortunately.
I will.
This is my ground and my property, so I'm allowed to say whatever I like.
Right, are you going to let me explain?
Yes, I've asked you.
Right? You've confirmed to me your name is Sean Watt, is that correct?
No, and my name is Sean. That's it. That's all. That's it. I don't have. No, I don't have my last name. No.
The female officer couldn't cite any law Sean would be violating by refusing to go to the police station. The conversation quickly escalated, exposing her ignorance.
You confirmed to me that you were riding a motorcycle on the 24th of this month.
I travel on a motorcycle. Yes, on a vehicle. I travel on a vehicle every day.
And you were in a mill.
Yeah, possibly yes.
So we asked if we could speak to you in relation to what happened.
But you've asked to speak to Mr. Wharton.
Yes, I've asked to speak to you because you were driving that motorbike.
Who am I? Sorry. Who am I? Sorry. Who am I? Who am I? Who have I told you I am? No, I'm not. I am not Sean Wharton. I'm from Sean. I told you.
She said that you were.
I don't know. That's someone else. You could ask so many people who I am. You'd have next to the guy across the sea. You could probably call my name's John Smith. Would you believe him?
You live 19 this address. Is that correct?
No, I reside here. Don't live here. No. Totally different.
Okay. So in any case, we want to speak to you in relation to that. For that to happen, we have to allow you to give your version of events while we're investigating it. So we've asked you to come to the police station for a voluntary interview. You've refused, so based on that, because I have to give you your opportunity to get your side across. Okay?
Okay.
You've refused, based on
Who
that.
refused? Sean refused. I refused. Who am I? Who am I?
Why are you saying that?
Who am I? Because you think I'm someone else. You think I'm someone totally different to what you're saying. You're saying to me, you're acting to me that you know who I am. You're talking to me like you know who you're directly.
And then we said, can we speak to Sean Watt? And you went, yeah, that's me.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't prove that. I said no. My name's Sean from the family of Wharton. That's totally different.
The police lack sufficient training on the law and their authority. The individual firmly asserted his rights, compelling the officers to withdraw.
No, I said my name is from Sean. My name is Sean from the family of Wharton. I'm not Sean Wharton. I do not have a last name. That is it. And my name is Sean. Simple as no. My name is Sean. Nothing more. Nothing less.
Okay.
Right. So now what I was saying.
Come to the police station for a voluntary interview in relation.
And if I say no, oh yeah, if I say no, then what happens?
Well, in that case, I'm going to summons you to court for the offence of obstructing police
and what's the law? And state the law for me. What law?
2015. Okay.
And where does it state the
law? You
law?
do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later remind the court. Anything you do say will be given evidence.
I don't understand. I don't understand that. I do not understand that. That's how one word that you just said there, and you've not answered any of my questions. What law and what on the what law?
Well, if you came to the station for a voluntary interview,
On the what law? On the what law are you arresting me?
I will explain.
You cannot summon me. You cannot summon me. You've got no ground here whatsoever. You can't just come and sit.
You deliberately obstructed us in our duty.
There was no crime. There's no crime in that area. So there's no obstruction being made. I'm sorry, unfortunately.
Well, we will see you at court.
No, you won't. Who will you see in court? Who am I? You've got no law. You've just not described the law to me. You've not told me why you're here.
Fortunately, no rights were violated, and the officers eventually stepped back, acknowledging the individual's full right to decline the invitation. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we witnessed smart, informed citizens standing their ground and holding corrupt, overreaching officers accountable. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and stay tuned for what's next. Like this next video, which is just as intense, if not more. So make sure to check it out right here.